ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture launching National Sports Month, that is, which starts tomorrow. The entire month of November dedicated to sports. One of the key events will be the National Sports Awards Banquet on Friday the 22nd at the Atlantis Crown Ballroom.
This event is held annually, and it focuses on the achievements of our current athletes across a broad spectrum of sports. We are indeed proud of each of their efforts and accomplishments. The National Sports Awards will be an exciting event with 17 categories of awards being presented, culminating with the overall Athlete of the Year.
The college football bowl season right around the corner, and with the Bahamas being one of the venues, a donation has been made to assist with hurricane relief. Amajal Knowles has the story.
Yesterday, several of the key stakeholders of the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl met to officially get the train rolling in the lead-up to the December 20th college football season opener at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, but the game playing secondary focus in the press conference as organizers announcing in the wake of the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian, they are stepping up to provide some much-needed financial support in the sum of some $75,000.
You know, we are all very heartbroken with the devastation from Hurricane Dorian, and so today, on behalf of our 14 member institutions, I have the privilege of presenting a check to the Bahamas Red Cross for $25,000.
Dr. Martin Luther King had this quote that's really stuck with me, and he said, quote, "Somewhere along the way we must learn that there is nothing greater than to do something for others." And so now it's our chance to do something for our friends and our colleagues and our families here in the Bahamas. And like our colleagues at Conference USA, we're very pleased on behalf of the 12 member institutions of the Mid-American Conference to also present a check for $25,000 to the Bahamian Red Cross.
We at Orange Bowl felt that even though we are not participating in the game, that we are among family members, we are among conference members, we are among partners, so that likewise we also wanted to be a part of this great charity and this great contribution. So we too will be donating a check for $25,000.
And for the Director General of the Bahamas Red Cross, the gesture will indeed go a long way.
We're moving from the response phase into the recovery, and those funds are going to assist us with helping persons to repair their homes and possibly help them with rebuilding. As you know, the task is great. There are so many persons that have lost everything, and we're hoping to just ease some of the burden and hold hands with other partners as we, bring these persons hopefully back to some sense of normalcy.
Tourism Minister Dionisio Diagler also emphasizing the point that the Bahamas is still open for business and the country's sports tourism product will continue to boom.
To sustain the pre-hurricane 12% tourism growth trajectory, the Bahamas must continue to generate tourism business involving large numbers of guests. By its very nature, sports tourism is an ideal catalyst to grow our tourism business.
Again, the game does hold the distinction of being the only college football bowl game played outside of the United States and will be the first game played this bowl season. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
The British Columbia Christian High School basketball team arriving in town today ahead of the Caribbean Tip-Off Classic, which starts tomorrow at Loyola Hall. The team features 3 Bahamians, Joshua Dames, Bradley Lightburn, and Kendrick Russell, and their first stop was the Nemo's headquarters on Gladstone Road.
We've had about 11 Bahamian kids who've come and participated with us to be on our teams. And so we felt that when the disaster happened with Hurricane Dorian, that we would do our part. In our school itself, they raised approximately $300. And also, we did as a team a fundraiser, would have been last weekend, pancake breakfast, and we ended up in total raising approximately $1,500 Canadian, which works out to $1,061 US. We're a uniform school, so our school does a transition each year, or not each year, every couple years, with school uniform stuff and phys ed gear. And so what we did is we brought you 3 boxes of brand new phys ed gear for any of the people that may need it.
We know what it's like to be affected by hurricanes, and we know what it's like to get back on our feet. So we just wanted to make sure that we do whatever it takes to make sure everybody is on the right path. We couldn't really focus on practices. We were really just focused on our families and how they were doing. So all we could do is really pray to God that everything would work out and everybody would be safe, because material things can be replaced, but a life can't. So.
Brandon Meadows and the Division II Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds and Exhibition played last night, playing Division I powerhouse Tennessee. The Greyhounds fell 107-59. Meadows 0 for 4 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line. He also had 4 rebounds in 19 minutes. The Freeport Grand Bahama native is a junior transfer from Eastern Wyoming College, where he nearly averaged a double-double with 13.8 points and 9.6 rebounds per game during his sophomore season. The combo guard shot 50% from the field to go along with 2 assists per game and registered 42 steals and 27 blocks to generate a strong impact on the defensive side of the ball. From the Pro Hardwood, Fort Criada in the win column last night in the Spanish Gold League, 92-84 over Alicante. Shaquille Clear, 17 points and 4 rebounds in 23 minutes. Michael Carey Jr. had 4 points and 4 boards in 16 minutes of action. Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings still without a win 5 games into the NBA season. They dropped another one last night after leading by 6 points at the half. The Kings had a terrible third quarter, being outscored 32-18 by the Charlotte Hornets, who went on for a 118-111 victory. Buddy with a game-high 23 points in the loss.
You expect to come in to have a good start and doesn't roll your way. It's not the coach's fault. I think the players all totally all blame for it. We showing good spurts where we're super good, and then we show spurts where we just trick the game away. So the coaches put us in good positions where we can be successful in the court. We just gotta put it together, man. Just gotta go out there and just execute and do that. It's fun, man. I know the fans are frustrated right now. They're booing us and everything. I know when we get this thing rolling, they're passionate. So, we just got to find and get a win. And once we get that win, I think that we can get stuff rolling. But, winning is hard in this league, and there's no excuses for sure.
The Providence Basketball Association bouncing last night at the AF Adderley Gym in Division I. The Breezes High Flyers winning big over the Island Dimension Development Wolverines 93-51. The High Flyers getting 18 points from Shanton Pratt. Rashad Ingram adding 15, while Jeremy Neely followed with 14. Henderson Curry 15 in the loss for the Wolverines. Over in Division II, it was much closer between the Triple K Stampers and Sports Center Elites. The Stampers had a big second quarter, though. They went on an 11-0 run, and that would be the difference as they held off the Elites 88-81.
Good to get that first one out the window. A lot of the players start off a little bit shaky. I have like 5 or 6 new players. I lost a lot of my senior players last year. So it feels good getting that first one. Every time we play this team, the game is go back and forward. It's a lot of momentum. It's a lot of runs. We just stepped up the defense. At first, we start off a little bit shaky. And once we turn up our defense, we know that's all we need to do.
Yeah, the first game jitters. I know we worked a long time, but we didn't get a lot of people to practice because they work in the hotels and stuff. And then we have to be trying to shuffle practice. We had one practice with 11 people for the season. One. All right, so we're working through some jitters.
Preseason action in the Junior Baseball League of Nassau continuing tonight at St. Andrew's Field of Dreams. That's where we find our Amajal Knowles, who's also doing a bit of trick or treating.
Good evening, Johnny, and good evening, Bombers. Well, we are live here at the St. Andrews Field of Dreams, where their season is currently underway, starting earlier this week. Currently behind me, taking place in the girls' game, is the game between the Players and the Crushers. Now, the action is still early in the first inning. No scores at this time. And currently joining me is a longtime figurehead of the Junior Baseball League of Nassau, Stephen Bishop Meneby. Bishop, just tell me about your expectations for the season.
Well, this year we have high expectations. Fresh up, just getting about 10 to 12 girls off to high school this year, and they're doing tremendously well. We have a coach coming on next month, and expectations are high. We have a lot of new girls. As a matter of fact, we have a whole new team. CW Sanders brought their team in the league. Hit squad, they played last night. The jitters, playing on the lights for the first time, but they're going to get over it. The league is about 85% of the girls are new girls in the league this year. I guess it's caught on that our philosophy here at JBLN with the girls softball is trying to get them off to school, trying to get an education through softball. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to get more of that done. Like I said, 85% of the girls are new. And every day I have development practice because I'm really responsible for development. And Shane is the director of softball. So I spend just about every afternoon up here with about 20, 30 girls, teaching them the fundamentals of the game. We go over things repetitively over and over. And you're going to see the difference because quite a bit of these girls are going to be entering the NPBA next year. The same junior girls. This is the league that keeps that league going.
Just tell me a bit about, obviously, you're in charge of their development. Just from your perspective, what have you seen over the past few years? Has there been a growth in interest from girls in the game?
Like I said, 85% of the girls in this league this year are new girls, so their interest is very high. We're trying to get more of the public schools, the government schools. We're trying to get more of them involved. We have a lot of private girls from the private sector, and we want to let the girls in the public sector know you're very welcome. That's why I was glad when CW Sanders decided to take up the challenge and come on board. Like I said, you want to know the impetus of this league? Check NPBA. 80% of the talent in NPBA is out of JBLN.
Thanks, Bishop. After the kids are done trick-or-treating, you kind of want to bring them out here to get in some of this good baseball action. Johnny, back to you in studio.
Jackson McTaggart capturing the singles and doubles under 12 tennis titles at the Abbotsford Fall 3.5-star tournament in British Columbia, Canada. Jackson was the top seed in singles. In the first round, he scored the double bagel, winning 6-love and love. The quarterfinals, much of the same as he gave up just 2 games. The semifinals saw McTaggart winning 6-4 and 3. The final coming down to a third-set tie-break with the Bahamian coming out on top 7-5, 4-6, and 10-8. McTaggart also seeded number 1 on the double side with Lynn. After the first round, where they had a bye, they won their semifinal 6-1 and love. The final, a thrilling 3-setter with McTaggart and Lynn coming out on top 6-1, 4-6, and 12-10. The Financial Bowling League on the lanes last night at Mario's. Tyrone Knowles, a 2:35 game, a 6:05 set as Leno Corporate Services took 2 of 3 from the BTC Nighthawks for BTC. Soneth Lockhart, a 5:76 set, while Joy Lockhart had a 2:20 game and a 5:72 set. Stan Bethel striking the pins for a 2:29 game as the Strike Force lost all 3 games to the Kirky Ball Brawlers. The Brawlers getting a 200 game from Camille Burnside. Uchenna Delva, a 200 game as well for Deloitte and Touche. They took all 3 games from our ZNS Hill Thrillers. Janice Hoyt, a 5:55 set as the Rubis All Stars dropped 2 of 3 to the Moonlight Strikers. After 7 weeks of play, Deloitte on top at 13-8. The Strike Force and Moonlight Strikers tied at 12-9. BTC rounding up the top 4 at 11-10. 2 matches yesterday in the Bahamas Scholastic Athletic Association's volleyball season at the Tom the Bird Grant Park. Both of those matches in the senior boys division. Telios over Mount Carmel, 25-17, 25-23. Capron also in the win column in straight sets over Genesis, 25-16 and 25-13. That's a look at sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.